I'm gonna show you every single piece of our Sunrun solar setup, from the production to the storage to the monetization, and explain how all the elements work together. 100% of our household electricity needs are covered. That's baseline. So we moved into a new build home in Southern California. New build homes are required to have solar panels on them, but the problem is they underbuild your system. So we only had 4 kilowatts to start, and that wasn't enough for all of our usage. So we upgraded and added the second Sunrun system. So now we have one Sunrun system of 9.4 kilowatts. So that covers all our needs during the day, but what happens at night? So at night, we're on SoCal Edison's time of use rate, and from 4 to 9 p.m. is when the most expensive rates from the grid are. So we use these guys from 4 to 9 p.m. So they fill up with solar during the day, and then from 4 to 9, we're not pulling anything from the grid. The way we monetize our surplus solar energy is by filling up miles in our car or by mining Bitcoin. Because the problem with net energy compensation from SoCal Edison is that they don't pay you the market rate. They only pay you a wholesale rate based on some complicated math and complicated buyers and sellers on where they get it from the grid. I would rather not wait 12 months to be compensated for my surplus. I'd rather be compensated in real time, which is what Bitcoin mining does. Also, what filling up your car does. And so rough napkin math, we used to spend $300 a month on gas, and we used to spend $50 a month to SoCal Edison still for our true up bill. And so that's $350. We're able to flat rate finance this entire build out and fill up our car with miles and make Bitcoin in real time for a smaller payment than we were paying for our previous amount of energy. And then 2 small notes is we use this power strip from a company called Synaccess, and we use the Tesla wall connector in order to make everything more efficient. That's what it all comes down to, is the efficiency. And so you get each of the smart home elements, and you get the energy production, and you get the energy storage. And then the apps on my phone for Tesla and for the Bitcoin miners is what kind of is the brains of the whole system that moves it together. So a typical day, what happens is the sun comes up at 8 a.m. Or the sun comes up before that. The sun comes up at 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m., and it starts paying back the grid up until 8, because on our time of use plan, the cheapest energy is from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but that's also when the bulk of the production is, right? So if the sun comes up before 8 a.m., we're paying back the grid, paying back the grid, paying back the grid. Paying back the grid makes it so that you don't even have to pay some of the non-bypassable charges. You just build up a credit on your account that pays the non-bypassable charges themselves, so we don't have to owe Edison anything. And then what happens is at 8 a.m., the Powerwall fills up for the day and gets us to back up to 100% so that we're stored up for that night. And then if we had driven anywhere the previous day, our car will fill up. And once our battery's full and our car is full, and our base level of energy, the house is being used, then anything the solar panels are creating above that goes into Bitcoin mining. And so we're being compensated in real time for having surplus energy production and getting paid in real time. And then what happens at 4 p.m., everything shuts off, house starts running off the battery. And so all of our nighttime air conditioning use, all of our nighttime cooking and stovetop use, oven use, all comes out of the battery. And then at 9 p.m., cheapest rates from Edison kick in again, start buying it back from the grid to pay them back with the solar we produce the next day. And so it all comes down to knowing your time of use rate and then getting the smart home solar energy elements on your property and then automating all of it, which is what we've been able to do. So check out these next videos for more on how the setup works.